Hello, everybody. Welcome to this discussion. First, let's do some introductions. My name is Jackson Graff, and I will be kind of like working with this discussion.
My name is Graff.
Colby Graff.
I'm Carrie Graff.
Blake, nice to meet you, Blake, and Colby and Carrie.
Thank you.
So, first, let's look at in terms of as we are gathered here today. So, the president of a third world country is coming to the United States and he wants to see what an average high schooler is like. Correct?
Correct.
So we have, I provided a list to each of you. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 possible candidates to interact with the president and and show him what an average high schooler is like. So first, let's establish some criteria when it comes to looking at this problem. So Blake. So in your mind, what is an average teenager / high schooler?
In my mind, an average high schooler is someone who has not super high grades and not super low grades, kind of in the middle, because that's not average.
Interesting. Carrie?
Somebody who has maybe like a couple friends, well liked by everybody. You don't have to be well liked by everyone, but just like by the general population of the school and most of the teachers.
I agree. Colby?
I think someone who does well in school but not top of the class, and someone who has a passion or interest in making the school better.
Okay, I agree. So here's an interesting question I pose that needs to be taken into account when we're looking at this. So as we're going into this thing, if we choose the wrong person for the job, what problems do you think could arise?
I think it could be awkward. I think it could be you could spoil the president's view on our school and potentially the children that go there in our town, city, in our local community.
I agree.
Maybe the student will be embarrassed if they don't know how to answer the questions that are posed, and maybe they won't feel comfortable.
They might not understand the president's point of view, which will kind of ruin his view on how average high school students are.
I agree. I also feel like it's important to understand that if we choose someone who doesn't represent an average student, the president could get the wrong look on the country as a whole. Which obviously we don't know what's going to happen in the future, but it's important to take that into account. So, Carrie,
Yes.
Looking at this list, in your opinion, who are the top 2 most average students that you feel would be the best fit for this job?
When I look at the list, I really like Jada Williams and Jacob Jones. I like Jada Williams because I like that she overcame her learning disabilities to become a better student. Like she had dyslexia that it stated. And she also likes art and is the president of the art club, which shows that she takes a leadership role. She's the president, not just like a member of the art club. And that she's quiet, but she's personable. So you're able to communicate with her and socialize with her.
Okay. Colby?
I like Carmen and Jacob. I like Carmen for a couple of reasons. Well, one, she's athletic. She's also trying to be a thespian. She's active in the theater, and she's well liked by everyone. Additionally, she actually has a plan to go to college, but due to financial strain in her family of 8, which is probably more likely with the connection with the president of a third world country, coming from a large family, economically depressed country or city, and she wants to take him to nothing more than American tradition, a football game.
I agree.
And then Jacob Jones is very interesting too. He lives the American dream: the motorcycle, the tattoos, self-confident, well liked by students and teachers, and he also has that passion and interest in making the school better with his recycling program.
Take that into account. Blake?
I like Carmen and Bahar. I like Carmen because, like Colby said, she's pretty much just like an average student. She's middle of the class, well liked by a lot of people, social, like she's not quiet.
I agree.
And I like Bahar because he's also an average grade-wise student. He wants the school up to be better, which is one of the points that Dad said would make an average student, someone that has a good interest in the school. And he's also a senior, so he's kind of like, understands high school.
That's good points. Personally, I do like Jacob Jones as well, as Colby did say. He does seem to be living the American dream, and I feel like his recycling project could, with a third world country, they probably do have a lot of garbage and waste. They could connect on that stuff. And I also like Bahir Haddad. Interestingly enough, I was deciding between Carmen and Bahir, but Carmen, she does often dominate conversation. So I feel like in a discussion with the president of a third world country, I don't want to get the wrong opinion that all high schoolers want to dominate that conversation. So I like Bahir because he seems to have gone through a lot of stuff that teenagers have gone through in their life, such as his parents' divorce, and I do like that. So next, so what do you guys think is the best way to go about this to figure out who is the best candidate for the job?
I think a vote.
A vote?
You can do a
Let's
pros
first
and con chart if you
pros and
want
cons
to get
chart,
time.
right?
Like to
I
list
think it's
everything.
important that we should first because we did choose a lot of different people. I think there was 4 out of the 5 were chosen, at least by one person. So I feel like we should go through and if you have any objections to a person, please make it like notes so we understand your reason.
Okay.
I think Bahir is somewhat negative, knowing that he's always about changing school policy. I think he's trying to be better, but I think that deep down he's got this underlying tone of evilness. And the fact that he's an AV student getting into Georgetown seems like it's a lie. I don't know anybody who has an AV gets into Georgetown, so I'm kind of skeptic of this Bahir Hadid guy.
Okay.
I think he may be a traitor.
Okay, that's interesting.
I object Jada Williams because she's in AP art, which is a hard class, and a lot of smart people take AP. And then also she's kind of only one-minded on art. Like she just wants to go to an art gallery, artwork, hopes to be an artist.
I agree. Diversity is important, diversity is important. Anybody you personally feel objection to here?
No, now I've kind of narrowed it down to Jacob. I've changed my idea a little bit after hearing everybody's points of view.
Okay, that's how the discussion works. That's very
Right. I kind of see everyone's points of view now and I understand them a little bit better.
good. So as a group, who do we feel is the top 2?
But here,
Bahir? You still think
Bahir,
Bahir?
Jacob.
And Jacob? What do
Bahir
you
and
think?
Jacob? Ooh.
I like Carmen and
He likes
Jacob.
Carmen and Jacob. I feel Bahir, in my opinion, Bahir, yes, you can make the argument how you get into Georgetown and all that, but I feel like it says written explicitly that Carmen often dominates conversation. I feel like that's a major thing to take into account. While Bahir, you're jumping to a little bit of conclusions.
Also, before I have one more objection for Jacob Jones.
Oh.
Because if you look at the 3 people that was, the 4 people, Jada and Jacob are both juniors, so they're kind of new into high school and they might have a different look in high school.
Okay.
Okay.
Newer.
So the top 2. So let's narrow this down a little bit. So who here thinks Carmen should be one of the 2? Okay. So you got 1 for Carmen.
Okay.
Bahir? Who thinks Bahir should be one of the 2? Okay, so Bahir. And who thinks Jacob Jones should be one of the 2? Who's your other person then?
Why is Jacob?
Jacob, okay.
Better than Jada.
Unanimously, I think we have
So
Jacob.
Jacob's in it, and Bahir kind of outgrew Carmen. So give any last points on why you think Carmen is better than Bahir, so we can make sure we explore those avenues.
I think the concern over dominance conversation, I think that's within classmates and peers. I think she is well respected and understands that when she's speaking to someone who is honorable and who is someone who is a president, she will
Objection.
she'll give note to that.
Objection. There's no proof of that.
Maybe
No
she
proof,
takes
it's not
theater
right.
though, so she's good at acting. She can be
Yes.
very personable to talk to the president.
Okay, so we're having a
Also-
she's an
objective-
actress.
If she
acted
if
in
she
theater.
respects people, then that means that she would respect teachers. And if she respected teachers, and if she's an actor who said good to respect people, then why does she dominate conversation?
That just means she's vocal and she's loud. It doesn't mean she's
She's
dominated.
opinionated.
It
She's
doesn't
opinionated.
mean
I
she's
agree.
dominated in a negative way. It
I
just
feel like
means
you've
she's vocal.
created a
she
very good
said-
energy.
But then the person wouldn't be able to talk.
She might have some valid points though, so she likes to express them.
I
She's
think
not
she's very
shy.
loud.
Okay,
She likes
so
to talk over.
do you have any
people.
last? You seem to be the last Bahir supporter. Do you have any last words on why you think Bahir is better than Carmen Blake?
Because he's just a better student overall.
I think I'm gonna switch mine to Carmen and
Oh.
Jacob. So now we have those two. We're down to
so
those
Carmen and
two.
Jacob, but Blake's still stuck over here. So Blake,
He's outvoted.
Oh, because if you take the from passing grade is a C, B, and A, and C is the bottom, A is the top, one of here is a B in the middle, which makes him average.
I think
so
that.
how do you think that's beneficial in talking to the president?
I
Because
think
it means he's smarter.
I think the fact
Plus
that
he's
he
average.
does debates on current issues is going to be somewhat of an opinionated individual, and maybe
I do
and
agree.
maybe
That's a
only,
very good point.
and may only think with one brain and be very left or right center
Okay,
versus
so-
being in the middle
So here, I think
and
I agree.
open to conversations and opinions.
The page.
Will you fold and take Carmen?
Sure. Because I don't sure I'm okay.
Carmen
Okay,
and
so
Jacob.
Carmen and Jacob. So now let's just that's our final two, correct?
Yes.
So now let's look at this and say, so how are we gonna pick who is the number one?
Vote.
You say
Vote.
vote?
Vote's probably the
Vote's
best.
probably the best one.
Well, what's everybody's opinion versus a male versus a female with the
That's
president?
very interesting. I assume as third world countries are very male dominated. I do believe that the president might be more. There's a better chance that it's a male instead
But
of a
we're
female.
trying to show him the average high school student in America.
It probably
It
doesn't
doesn't
matter
matter
if it's
if
male or
they're a
female.
woman.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I
So
don't.
that might give them a
We're not trying to look at that side of you. Okay, so.
We're just looking at their
We're just looking at
criteria, the
That's
positives
they
and
are. It
negatives.
doesn't
pros and
matter what
cons.
gender or race you are. It's just all about your. It's all about your
Good.
who you are inside.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do a
Should we
vote.
Close
So
our eyes.
No, it's fine.
Oh,
Carmen.
okay.
So if you want Carmen, raise your hand. Do not feel pressured. Do not feel pressured if one person votes to
Okay.
follow their lead. So if you feel like Carmen is the move.
I'm
Raise your hand.
changing.
Okay. So we have one for Carmen, and who wants Jacob Jones? Two. So in that order, I think we. So do you have any do you still want to try to convince them on Carmen versus Jacob?
No, I had Jacob and Carmen was my one or two. Although I do believe Carmen will be better suited for this role and to show this president what an average student would entail and be like, but I can be convinced that Jacob is a good fit.
Thank you.
So now we decide on Jacob. So now let's look more into. We are actually planning this event, planning this meeting.
Okay.
So Jacob says he plans to take the leader to a recycling center. So Blake, what do you feel? How do you feel like this should be accomplished? Like what should we set up for them?
They should meet at school first, introduce each other, and get to know them.
Okay, good idea.
And then they could head over to the recycling and they could give them a tour. So
That's
And
good.
maybe even if they have time, they could take a tour around the school to show
Yeah.
them
I agree.
like
It's
the
important to show the
makeup
average high
of the
school.
school, the
The average high
teachers,
school.
the students, the cafeteria,
Yeah.
places where everybody's interacting.
That's
I think we
good.
could build on that.
Build on it.
So they can
Explain.
start off at the school,
Okay.
show him what he's done for one school, then go to the recycling center, and then loop back into the theater area, meet my good friend Carmen, take him to a football game, touchdown! Woo!
I'm sorry, but the president has requested one person.
One person.
Oh.
So maybe we.
That is a good idea.
That's a
But
good
you wanted
idea.
to make them feel welcome.
Okay,
You know,
make
to
you
show
feel
them-
welcome. I
show
feel
them-
like I also
Respect.
feel like how Jacob is very well liked and it's good sense of humor.
Plus,
It's always important to be able to relate to other people.
I don't
that
think
way.
the president would like a bunch of people going,
Maybe the president needs some fun.
maybe.
Yes. So thank you. So we decided we're gonna do Jacob. So thank you for your time. I will get in touch with you all
Let's
shortly.
blow